Hi, welcome to your channel Generous, Gracious and Gallant. I'm your host Mohar and I'm back today with another awe-inspiring story for all of you. The story I brought for you today reiterates the fact that the good you do is given back to you in this lifetime itself. But before we go on to this awe-inspiring story, urban legend, let me share with you a brief about the channel Generous, Gracious and Gallant. I started this channel in May 2020 to share with you the stories of mankind at its very best. Our mission is to inspire the present and coming generations to live by the eternal human principles such as dignity, respect, honesty, integrity, diversity. These principles are etched in stone and never change over time and place. Living a life by following these principles is the only shortcut to success, permanent success. You could achieve success by ignoring these principles totally, but that's like a bulbula, a bubble in time. It's sure to burst very soon. The number of suicides we see among personalities who we consider super success is because they have ignored these principles and their success has been cut short thanks to ignoring these human principles. I request all those of you who have not yet subscribed to this channel, Generous, Gracious and Gallant, please do subscribe to the channel by pressing the subscribe button and pressing the bell icon so that you get an update on every new video which I release for you. Please also feel free to share these videos with your friends and family, encourage them to join our mission and also encourage them to subscribe to the channel. Coming back to our story, our urban legend. Young Winston Churchill, the Prime Minister of Britain, was one day playing in the field. He got stuck in mud. An elderly farmer who was plowing the field saw young Winston Churchill, pulled him out of the mud, saved his life and told him to be on his way and take care of himself. Next morning, Hugh Fleming, the farmer, was surprised to see a huge opulent vehicle outside his house. And who was to step out of it but one of the richest people in Britain at that point of time, Lord Rudolph Henry Spencer Churchill. Lord Rudolph Henry Spencer Churchill introduced himself as the father of Winston Churchill, the boy the farmer Hugh Fleming had saved a day earlier from drowning in the mud. The Lord Churchill asked the farmer Hugh Fleming, "What can I do for you? You have saved the life of my son. How could I repay you? What can I give you?" Farmer Hugh Fleming replied, "I have done my duty and there is no payment for that." Lord Rudolph was not convinced and he wanted to repay the farmer Hugh Fleming for the favor. Just then, Hugh Fleming's third child, young Alexander Fleming, came out of the house. When Lord Rudolph Henry Spencer Churchill saw him, he said, "Hugh, your son shall be educated along with my son and both will study in the same schools. I will take on the responsibility of educating your son." And so, young Alexander Fleming went on to study in some of the best colleges in England. Alexander Fleming, the son of farmer Hugh Fleming, went on to become a scientist and discovered penicillin, the miraculous antibiotic which saved millions of lives. Alexander Fleming could have made millions and billions in royalties by patenting penicillin, but he refused to do so because he wanted the drug to be used for humanity to save lives and for it to be made available at the cheapest possible prices so that even the poor of the poorest can benefit by the discovery of this new drug. He chose to give up all the rights and royalties due to him for the discovery of this miraculous penicillin drug, which went on to become world famous antibiotic and saved millions of lives. Much later, the same Winston Churchill, who later went on to become the Prime Minister of Britain during World War II, fell ill, seriously ill, and the drug which saved him was the drug discovered by young Alexander Fleming. I assume and hope you have understood the relationship between Winston Churchill and Alexander Fleming. Winston Churchill was the young boy who was saved from drowning by Hugh Fleming, the father of Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming was educated by the father of Winston Churchill, Lord Rudolph Henry Spencer Churchill, because he was grateful for Hugh Fleming having saved his son Winston Churchill. Alexander Fleming studied in the best schools and colleges in Britain and went on to discover penicillin, the antibiotic which saved millions of lives. Alexander Fleming repaid the favor to the father of Winston Churchill by saving Winston Churchill's life from pneumonia with the drug penicillin. Alexander Fleming, also a man of a golden heart, gave away all his rights and royalties for the discovery of penicillin so that even the poor and poorest could benefit from the discovery of this antibiotic. Friends, what a beautiful story. A story which inspires us. A story which reiterates the fact that the good we do will be given back to us in this very lifetime. Just think of this beautiful instance. Young boy drowning in mud, saved by a farmer, Hugh Fleming. The third son of that farmer is educated by the father of the young boy, Lord Rudolph Henry Spencer Churchill. The farmer's boy grows up to be a scientist, discovers penicillin, gives away all his rights and royalties for discovery of the drug penicillin so that the poor and poorest can benefit from the discovery of this miraculous drug. And one of those people who was saved by this miraculous drug is Winston Churchill, who goes on to become the Prime Minister of Britain and is the son of Lord Randolph Henry Spencer Churchill. Young Winston Churchill is saved twice by the Fleming family. Once by the father, Hugh Fleming, who saved him from drowning, and second time by Alexander Fleming, who discovered the drug penicillin. It's a beautiful story, an urban legend which highlights the fact, reiterates the fact that we cannot do any good without it coming back to us. It's a beautiful story of karma. I loved sharing this story with all of you, and I'm sure you loved listening to the story. Please do subscribe to the channel Generous, Gracious and Gallant, and also share these videos with your family and also encourage them to subscribe to the channel so that they too are inspired to live by the eternal human principles. Till we meet again with another awe-inspiring and inspiration story on your very own channel, Generous, Gracious and Gallant. Good luck, all the best, stay safe, do good.